Oh, hi. Didn't notice you there. My name is Josh, also known as the Virtuous Viking. I came across this Mad magazine the other day at the comic book store. Shout out to Doctor Comics. And I used to collect Mad magazine when I was a kid, man. I fucking loved it. And I mean, I didn't understand the humor. I didn't like truly get it, but I liked the art and I liked like the pictures alone were still funny, and I love the fold-ins in the back, and I really like the Spy versus Spy, so I was into that, and I love Mad TV, so Mad TV was kind of like a whole part of all that. But I was at the comic book store, and I saw that there are 600 issues. I thought that was awesome. I thought it reminded me of my fucking childhood and all that shit. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. I don't typically make content or do any of this, but I'm just trying to um, participate a little bit more. I've kind of been living under a rock for the last few years, and I just want to kind of maybe build a bit of a community and get to know some people. So uh, this is my video I'm doing today. Mad Magazine issue 600. So the kind of funny thing about this is it's not even technically their 600th issue. So they started in 1952, and it was originally a comic book, and before it turned into a magazine. But they've been running for like the last, like, what is it, 50, almost 60 years now, and up until 2018, it was their own publishing or whatever, and then it became a part of the DC Warner Brothers universe. And they decided that they were going to restart the numbering system back at one, and I guess try to like build a whole new thing or whatever. And they got like, I think, like 45 issues in, and then now they're just like, well, you know what, maybe we'll go back to the 600. So that's kind of what this is. And if you look at the cover, like, they're even like, you can see like the workers are like questioning what they're even doing building this 600 and stuff like that. And then down here in the bottom you can see that they even have issue 50, and they're rolling it up, so they're going back to the original number system. And and yeah, so they're kind of just making fun of themselves. Classic Mad. And so I mean, Mad Magazine like has been around, like I said, from 1952, and they had their like their peak at about 1973, 1974, when they had like 2 million people subscribing, or viewership, or whatever you want to call it. Call them fucking followers if you want. um but that was like their the height of the Mad magazine. Like I said, I didn't get into it until like the 90s, but I went back. I started collecting older issues. I would go to like the old comic book stores, and then I would like start pulling them. I started like, I had once with like 1970, 1960. I think like 1962 or 1969 was like my oldest one that I had, and I wanted to preserve it. And so, like, typical kid fucking thing to do, I took fucking scotch tape, and I started like putting tape on the edges of all of these vintage Mad magazines to like preserve it. And I used like duct tape on the inside to give it like extra strength. And I effectively just completely destroyed them. Uh, but anyway, I always really enjoyed it, and I think if you just want to like escape and have a laugh or two, or just look at some funny shit, because it's satire, and it's about like everything, pop culture and politics, and whatever it may be, daily life. And so it's just a fun way to kind of poke fun at yourself sometimes, and not be so serious all the time. You know what I mean? So in this issue specifically, they make fun of, they do a parody of the studio, Seth Rogen. I mean, I really enjoyed the series, and I know that like they're fans of Mad Magazine and stuff, like Seth Rogen and those guys. Um, so that's kind of great that they made their way into it. Spy versus Spy. Patton Oswalt made his way into it. kind of fitting as well, and a bunch of other all new idiocy, as they say. So issue 600, and I'll go through it a little bit, but I just wanted to kind of get on here and like just remind you guys, Mad Magazine's out there, man. You know, so like fucking enough with the fucking nonsense and get in with the nonsense. I don't fucking know. So they did their classic Mad look at Mad, and just so even here, check it out. So like even like the cover, it's front and back, which is pretty cool. I don't know if the lighting's all kind of messed up, but yeah. And then here's Alfred E. Newman. He made it on there. He wasn't on the actual cover, but he's here, right there, in cartoon form. So that was a classic cover. This is the kind of thing that Matt does, man. It's great. You can see, like, because clearly he had everything covered except for his ass or whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's Patton Oswalt. Spy versus Spy. Spy versus Spy was like Cold War, like mutually assured destruction almost. But like, I always love Spy versus Spy, good versus evil, white versus black. But like, there wasn't like a good or evil. It was just whoever, you know, you kind of wanted to side with. But it went both ways. So it wasn't like one was more than the other. It was kind of a Tom and Jerry kind of thing. But there was always very creative ways that they found to like destroy each other. Like in this one, like they're on each side of a ravine, and the one guy puts a rope going across and tries to like ambush the black spy, but the black spy throws some feathers behind him, and it ends up like tickling the white spy as he's on his way over, and then he falls into a pit of alligators. So it's silly stuff, but it's fun. What I will do is we'll do the fold in together. I like was trying to preserve all my mad fold in, so I was like doing it but not really doing it, and it was kind of a missed opportunity. So I was thinking I might make another video where I fold all of my mad fold-ins from my childhood collection. And but yeah, anyways, Mad Magazine issue 600. Check it out. Let's in the center here they have I'll pull it out. There's even a a centerfold poster. So let's jump to the back. Oh, there's like a Where's Alfred, like Where's Waldo? All right. I'm not going to give it all away. So obviously go out there and get one. There's the studio. You can see it's Seth Rogen. All right. So here it is. Here's the back. The fold in. Oh, it's all going to be green. That's no fun. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to save this one, this fold in, and we're going to do it with the rest of my other childhood Mad magazines that I mentioned before. So we'll do a whole stack. We'll do each fold in, and I'll make sure that it doesn't get all fucked up with the green screen. And yeah, but Mad Magazine issue 600. I mean, give yourself a little laugh once in a while, man. Don't take life so seriously. And I'll see you guys next time.